Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Monday, February 10th. Hope y'all had a great weekend, a good Super Bowl. Unfortunately, it was not quite what we expected. It was a blowout. Congratulations to the Eagles on becoming Super Bowl champions. Overall, we did cash. If you had most of the Eagles players, my play of the day was Jalen Hurts. Obviously, he got MVP. He did cash for me. I was able to cash on some slips, not many, due to the fact that the Chiefs were contained. But we did hit on several slips, a couple on Price Picks and one on Underdog. But we move on today. We got a full slate of NBA. Check your promotions tab. You should have an NBA protected play. Let's get started. NBA first half. There is a lot of wagons going today. Plus, I like to mention two players who are making their debuts with their respective teams today. But for NBA first half, was on TikTok live for a bit yesterday, last night, or late last night. Was working on an NBA first half slip, which I already posted on my cord. But a couple of them that I like for the NBA first half. Obviously, first one comes to mind, and making his debut for the Lakers is Luka. I was able to take his PRA at 21.5 last night. I still like it. He's going to be on minutes restriction. I'm not sure if he's going to play. I think he's between 25 and 28 minutes. Most of those minutes will come in the first half. Plus, I think he's going to come out and show out with this new team. Luka's been a wagon with the Mavericks. He's going to be a wagon with the Lakers as well once he plays full minutes. But for this first game, being on limits restriction, I'm going to target his first half. I'm going to avoid the full game props, even though I still think they can cash since most of those props are a little below his average. But for this first game, I'm going to be targeting his PRA at 22. His points is solid as well. But you can target his PRA or his fantasy score. I'm going to go straight to his PRA. Next one is Christian Braun. And if you've been following me for the past couple of weeks, he's been a wagon for us. Every time I've taken him, he's been cashing. 12.5 fantasy score, both in play. For this matchup against Portland, I'm going to be taking his fantasy score. But you can take his PRA, same. I think he's going to cash both of them. Points 8.5. I was hoping it'll be at 8, but it just got bumped to 0.5. So I'm going to target his PRA and fantasy score on separate slips. Another one that I like for first half is also a new member joining his team, making his debut, and that is Wiggins. Personally, I am going to be taking his first half on one slip, and then I'm going to be taking him on full game props. He's not a minutes restriction. I just don't know how his role is going to be with the Miami Heat. He's a starter. He's projected to be the starter. So full game fantasy score and first half fantasy score I'm going to be taking. PRA is also in play at 12. You can get that on points alone. But his full game props, especially his fantasy score, is definitely in play. Let's head on over to a couple full game props. First one that pops up to my mind is PJ Washington. Why? Anthony Davis is out. Before Anthony Davis got traded and Luka was out, PJ Washington was running the show, him and Kyrie. He's going to go back to his rebounding and points and his production with Anthony Davis is out for a couple weeks. So PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, you can target those guys. Obviously, Kyrie's going to do his thing. But PJ Washington, I like him pretty much everything. PRA, points, rebounds. Overall, I'm going to be taking his fantasy score at 34.5. I think he can cash out on the first half alone. Going against Sacramento, obviously going to need his size. So PJ Washington, fantasy score, definitely taking the over. You can also take his points and rebounds. And final one I'd like to mention, we got Christian Braun, Luka, Andrew Wiggins, PJ Washington. I'm going to be targeting one of the Bucks players just for the fact that Giannis is out. So you can target either Bobby Portis. I did have Bobby Portis yesterday, which cashed for us. Unfortunately, he was not in the starting lineup. They made a switch. Kyle Kuzma started. For Bobby Portis, I do like him. He gets the most minutes off the bench, especially with Giannis out. But as you can see, not many props are up for Portis. So I'm going to target Lillard. Damian Lillard's going to be the go-to guy, but obviously you see there's not that many props for him. Damian Lillard, 22 points for his Gabi. His points, I think his regular line is going to be somewhere between 28, 29. You can also target AJ Green. So not a lot of the props are up for the Bucks. Unfortunately, that was my 5th prop. I did have Bobby Portis and AJ Green on separate slips, but it seems like they're adjusting the lines for the Milwaukee Bucks players. Someone has to carry the load. It's obviously going to be Damian Lillard, but we need one of these role players. It's going to be either Bobby Portis or AJ Green. Even Kuzma can be in play as well, but he's still getting used to his new team. So you can see only a couple props are up. So you might want to target one of the Bucks players once the props pop up. But these are the 4 I like. One more that I did like last night, had good DG value, is Walker Kessler. I got his rebounds, points and rebounds at 22. Unfortunately, they took it off the board. So you might want to target his PRA. But points and rebounds, I got it at 22. I have him going over. So you can see he had 62.4 just on fantasy alone. So you might want to target Kessler. I took his points and rebounds. He's going to get plenty. I have him projected to get a double-double. Given the size, Lakers don't have a center, a true center. Obviously, that Mark Williams trade got rescinded. All they have is Jackson Hayes, a rookie. But even then, if you want to target Hayes, that's an excellent option as well. But most likely, Jackson Hayes, I took his first half. For full game props, most likely I'll be targeting his points and rebounds at 14. Pretty solid. Good DG value as well. Just not sure how much is that going to take in part of Luka's debut. So target one of the Bucks players once they get posted. Damian Lillard, you can never go wrong. But these are the 4 that I like as of now. A lot of these props are not posted yet. So mix and match. Pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. Don't forget, check your promotions tab. You should have an NBA protected play. Other than that, have a great day and see you guys in the next one.